review. This one from the co-main event at UFC 158. Johny Hendricks versus Carlos Condit. Didn't quite go the way I thought it was going to go. I thought Johny Hendricks was going to win it. I knew Carlos Condit was tough, and therefore he might struggle finishing him, but I still thought Johny Hendricks would be able to finish the fight. He may well have done if he'd had that left hand, but obviously he probably broke it. He's going to have a scan on it. We don't know whether he broke his hand or not. But what a fight. Fight of the night. Absolutely deserved to be. It was awesome. I definitely gave the first round Johny Hendricks. Came out, took him down. I thought he was better in the stand-up as well. Beat him up quite a bit. Second round, I think I'd have given Johny Hendricks again because of all the takedowns. He took him down again and again and again. Third round, I probably gave Carlos Condit. Despite the fact that Johny Hendricks obviously controlled where the fight went, took him down, landed some shots and stand-up of his own, I thought Carlos Condit was much better in the stand-up. He had Hendricks backed up, punching him, beating him up. So I'd have given it 29-8, which is all the judges scored it. So very happy with the judges' decisions there. I think, to be perfectly honest, even though it's very impressive Johny Hendricks beat Carlos Condit, more holes were opened up in his game from this fight. It shows that he's more sort of a brawler. His striking's nowhere near as crisp and as technical as it probably needs to be, which is going to make it very interesting when he fights George St. Pierre for the title. Where Carlos Condit goes from here, I'm not sure. The Roy McDonald fight would probably be his best option right now because he's heading down the rankings after 2 losses. Although if he loses that one, he's really not doing well. Carlos Condit needs to work on his wrestling. Johny Hendricks took him down with abandon. I think it was 12 takedowns. But he showed his crisp, clean striking is very effective. He was throwing those knees, which looked dangerous. We know the Carlos Condit Dong Kyung Kim knockout, very famous one, probably one of the top 10 UFC knockouts of all time. That flying knee flew a lot at Johny Hendricks and probably hurt him with those. So that did some damage. But I was impressed with the striking. Johny Hendricks obviously broke his hand, which meant he was more willing to take the fight to the ground and not hit him as much with that big left hand, see if he can knock him out. Carlos has never been stopped, so we're not quite sure whether he would have been able to be knocked out or not. Some guys just have a chin that it just won't happen. I thought there were holes in his game. I thought there were holes in GSP's game tonight as well, though. He tired. He definitely tired, and then his takedowns became less effective. I don't think Johny Hendricks, he's a very muscular guy for 170. I don't think he's going to have the sort of stamina for 5 rounds. I think he's going to struggle. I think that's going to be George's territory. He's probably going to learn from this Nick Diaz fight and come in maybe slightly better cardio shape, like compared to what we've seen GSP in previous fights. He probably didn't seem to be quite in the same shape tonight. He said it himself that he got tired. Maybe he had a bad weight cut or something else was wrong. Bit of diet, bit of illness. Who knows what it was. Where it goes from here. Trying to pick this fight is difficult. Before this fight, I thought Johny Hendricks would beat GSP. I thought that's one of the reasons why GSP said he wanted to fight Nick Diaz was because he wanted to avoid Johny Hendricks, who stylistically is not a good matchup for him. Everyone knows nowadays GSP is very, very incredible, probably the smartest fighter, best game plan fighter in the world. He will take a guy out of his comfort zone, and for most guys, for example, the last 2 guys he's fought in Carlos Condit and Nick Diaz, that has been, right, these guys are good stand-up guys with some jiu-jitsu. So I'm going to take you down and beat you up for 5 rounds. GSP says he's a great athlete. He hasn't got the power to finish guys. And we see that. He doesn't really finish guys. Fair enough, he uses the tools that he has. The thing is, he might not be able to do that against Johny Hendricks. He might not be able to take him down. Johny Hendricks is, a 4-time All-American, 2-time national state champion, something crazy like that. Huge collegiate wrestling credentials, which we saw against Carlos Condit tonight. He took him down with ease. So I'm not sure GSP will be able to take him down. Having said that, I'm not saying as in I'm not sure, I don't think he will. I'm genuinely not sure. GSP is, even though he comes from a karate background, which we saw some of tonight, which was last night, which was quite nice. GSP is probably the best wrestler in mixed martial arts, which is just crazy, seeing he didn't come from a wrestling background. He has incredible wrestling, and he may well be able to out-athlete him and get him down. If he can't, then it's in a striking battle, and then it really will be GSP's technicality versus Johny Hendricks' power. On the other hand, if Johny Hendricks can take him down, we're in a whole world of unknown, because GSP is, well, we just don't know what he's got on his back. We've never seen him there. He might have a nasty guard game, but no one puts him on his back, so we just don't know. He is the champion. He's always on top. He's always controlling the fights. So this one's so up in the air for me. If I had to make a prediction, I think I would have to go GSP. His striking would be crisper. I think as long as Johny Hendricks doesn't knock him out, which I'm not sure he could do because GSP hasn't got the strongest chin. He could knock him out in the first round. If he doesn't do that, I think the longer the fight goes on, the more it plays into GSP's hands. The crisper striking will pay dividend, and will almost certainly. I think the fight will know who pretty much is going to win the fight in the first couple of minutes by who manages to land a takedown. I think that's going to dictate everything. If GSP can't take him down, very interesting. If Johny Hendricks can take GSP down, again, very, very interesting. So absolutely psyched for that fight. Can't wait to see it. But yeah, this has been MMA bringing you another fight review. Please remember to like and subscribe. Keep your eye out for more videos. I'll be on the way shortly. See you later, guys.